Good morning, everybody. I feel the overall framework in which competitive bidding has to take place, or the concept of competitive bidding has to stay. We have been talking about this, scam and several scams and all this. So in the times to come, how do you select an investor? How do you objectively lay down the criteria on which a bureaucrat or anybody can say that we have selected through a transparent, fair process? And that was the spirit of the 2003 Act. So the basic, this framework of competitive bidding has to stay. Now the standard bid document, that is something which the government earlier for the case 2 bidding, they had made one document. Now they are working for about a year to make another documents. So these could be the procedural details. And this act has come in 2003. I think we are still in the learning process. I will give you the example of Setilaiya Ultra Mega Power Project, which is a 4,000 megawatt project coming up in Jharkhand. You know, all the details were worked out by CEA and also by PFC. And then they realize, now they realize, the investor, which is the Reliance company, they realize that the cost which was calculated for the relief and rehabilitation has gone up from 530 crores to 3,500 crores, 7 times. There can be various arguments why this mistake took place and who erred and why did this mistake come across. But now, as the lead procurer, when I am having the meeting of 17 procurers across the table, comes this concept of sanctity of contract. They said we will not pay a single paisa more than what has been signed in the PPA. And even if there is some escalation, that escalation will only be up to the extent admissible under clause 12 or 13 of the PPA. This guy says, look here, that clause of that agreement does not take care of such wide fluctuations in the money which has to be spent. So, in fact, one of the procurers, Delhi was one of the procurers who said, I am getting power at one rupee 77 paisa. So I am prepared to pay for that escalation, which could have been in the zone of about 27 to 30 paisa, and let me have that share of the power, 177 plus 30 paisa, of other states which are objecting. But that was not the main issue. The main issue is what happens to sanctity of contract, and also trying to compensate somebody who is an investor and he's trying to tell you that this is a genuine difficulty which was not envisaged when the contract was made. So how do you compensate this? In fact, this problem came also for the Mundra Ultra Mega Power Project, and there was a judgment by the CERC in April, and they have said that we will give you compensatory tariff. They said they did not accept the force majeure clause or change of law clause, but they said we realize that there's some situation where you may get some escalation. Now, the stickler to the sanctity of contract group will say no. If the PPA did not have a clause, or the PPA has a clause which can only give you the escalation which is accepted, then nothing beyond that. But if you insist on such adherence of sanctity of contract, probably the investor would not run the whole course of 25 years. Maybe he'll run for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. So I feel that taking this as a lesson while we are, unfolding the setting up of ultra mega power projects and we are learning in the process, my initial feeling and initial reaction is that the competitive bidding has to stay. And as we learn and as we grow, the standard bid documents have to incorporate all those contingencies and exigencies which we are now seeing are coming up after the contract has been signed.